Aloha! Welcome to another episode of The Curvature Amateur. I'm your host, Louis Montaigne, and today we're going to talk about something a little different than usual. We're not going to be observing the Earth curvature like I show in many of my other videos, as we have curvature on this flat Earth. Yes, the Earth is kind of flat, and it has curvature. Isn't that kind of weird? Because I know we're not on a globe. And on this earth that we have a lot of oddities into the landscape, into nature, that make us ask a lot of questions. And today we're going to talk about giants in mountains. Giants turn to stone. Okay? Here are some images on Google. You can make the research on your own if you like. It's very easy. Just type in giants and mountains. And you see some faces, Some look real, some look like this one, not too sure. I've seen this image before, but it kind of looks fake because it looks way too real, too detailed, as opposed to like this one or this one. These guys here, you don't see the details so much, but you can clearly see the silhouette. This is for sure, it's not a real image, but you can see some faces here, not so obvious sometimes, or some footprints or other things. I've even seen some elephants in mountains before. You can see some giant jars, like in Cambodia or probably Laos. So, yes, there's a whole lot on the internet. There's a lot of YouTubers that present giants in mountains. And I'm not the best YouTuber out there or bit shooter. So I'm just gonna go a little straighter to my point here. But just to present you the idea, obviously a lot of stuff is not real, but some look a lot more real than others. Anyway, so I'm also gonna ask you a little question. What is the tallest mountain on Earth? What is it? Let's search Google. The tallest mountain on Earth. They say Mount Everest, number one. Okay, 29,000 blah blah in feet. K2, Kanchenjunga, what's that name? I don't know. Anyway, you see the list on your own. Okay, but is that precise? Is Mount Everest really the tallest mountain on Earth? Let's look a little deeper. Maybe Wikipedia can give us an answer. Can we rely on Wikipedia? Tallest mountains, Mount Everest. They show Mount Everest again. Okay, considerations down here. What do they mean by considerations? The dividing line between a mountain with multiple peaks and separate mountain is not always clear. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. There's some detail I want to show you somewhere. If you're patient enough, my eyes are searching. Oh, I see it. The highest mountain above sea level are generally not the highest above the surrounding terrain. There is no precise definition of surrounding base, but Denali, Mount Kilimanjaro, and Nanga Parbat are possible candidates for the tallest mountain on land by this measure. The base of mountain islands are below sea level, are they? And give this consideration Mauna Kea, 13,802 feet above sea level, is the world's tallest mountain and volcano, rising about 33,000 feet, 33,474 feet from the Pacific Ocean floor. Okay? So Mauna Kea is the tallest mountain on Earth. And here, the highest mountains are also not generally the most voluminous. Mauna Loa, 13,678 feet, about 150 feet, just a bit less than 150 feet lower than Mauna Kea, is the largest mountain on Earth in terms of base area and volume. Although due to the integrate of lava from Kilauea, Hualalai, and Mauna Kea, the volume can only be estimated base of surface area of 8, height of the edifice. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. So we get the point here. Tallest mountain on Earth is Mauna Kea, and Mauna Loa, which is less than 150 feet lower, is the most voluminous, the most massive mountain on Earth. Okay, Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa. So what I want to do today is present you those two mountains along with the giant that these mountains are part of. So let's take a look. This is the Hawaiian island chain, and we're going to be closing in to the Big Island, and we're going to turn her around just like this. Okay, we'll higher up like that. Maybe no, it's too close. Right. So let's look at her, the island of Hawaii. So just remember what the proportion of a human body is, okay, or the proportion of a fat human body looks like. Okay. Here we have the Big Island of Hawaii, and I've been noticing that since I've been living here over 20 years ago, that the shape of the island, thanks to the two tallest mountains we have here, that remind me of boobs. Yes, breasts. Okay, so starting with that picture in my head, with breasts in my head, I came to the conclusion that the Big Island of Hawaii is a giant laying down in the ocean. How do I can see that? Well, there's not just the boobs. We got a head here. We have a left arm. We have a right arm. We have a vagina. We have an okole, which is a butt hole, and our two legs. Two legs, only two, not three, not one. Two legs underwater here. Okay? Is that cleared up? Let's take a closer look at her. Let's start with the head. You see that head? I see it. This here is Hualalai Mountain. This is the third tallest mountain on the island of Hawaii. Here we can almost see this lava streak here. Almost looks like the neckline. Okay. Here it looks pretty much like an eyeball. And this green spot looks like the other eye, doesn't it? The beaches here along the coast have had some sand imported to them because they weren't sandy before, and resort owners decided that to attract more customers, more tourists, they should drop in a whole lot of sand on those beaches. I think it came from Australia, not sure. So her hair got blonde bleached. This here looks like a big fat nose to me. This here kind of looks like a cigar in a mouth. Or even this. Isn't that funny? You don't clearly see a mouth, but kind of see something here. Does that look like a head to you? Let's back out a little bit. Her left arm has the armpit of Waipio Valley, and these cliffs look a lot like fingers. There's Pololu Valley somewhere here. On her right arm is the extent of Mauna Loa. The breast of Mauna Loa extends way down here. Even seems to go underwater somehow. Almost looks like she's dancing hula with her elbow up like that and her hand pointing backwards this way. And let's look a little down below. Hilo, beautiful town, has a lot of streams and rivers and ditches running down to here. So Hilo is a very wet town. It gets one of the most rainfall in the US. So it's a very wet yoni, very wet vagina. And volcano here, which spews out a lot of farts continuously. Okay, sorry, it's not my best fart sound, but you can make your own too. And every now and then it dumps a whole lot of volume onto the ground, basically. And we have two ridges underwater, which we can't see at all. Only technology can make us see those ridges underwater as the rest of the ocean floor. So here we are. This is my home. I chose to live on her over 20 years ago, and I don't think I'm gonna go live anywhere else. Thank you. So thank you for watching. Please watch my other videos about curvature because they reveal a lot about our Earth. Until next time, aloha. Aloha, Giant Wahine of Hawai'i. Aloha no.